One of the most prevalent types of personal injury cases that we see are car wrecks. And it's obvious, there are millions of cars on the roads. There are millions of drivers who are doing things they shouldn't be doing while they're driving. They're either intoxicated or they're texting on their phone, and accidents happen. So it is one of the most prevalent things that we see. A personal injury case that involves a car wreck can change lives immediately. Things can be rosy on your way to the ballpark with your family, and there's a crash. Someone does something stupid, swerves into your lane, and everybody's lives are instantly changed. It's a very tragic situation when someone's killed or injured in a car wreck, and it doesn't just affect the person that's injured. It affects their whole family. It affects their ability to work. It affects they have to go to the doctor, they have to seek treatments, they have to have surgery. It causes anxiety, it causes depression, and we understand that at Runlet Law Firm, and we try to guide people through this when they've unfortunately been in a situation like that. Most of the time when someone's been involved in a serious car wreck and they contact us, they are in a very, very scared state. They don't know what to do, they don't know how to handle the situation. That's why we're here. We're here to help make you understand what the process is and how we can help you with that situation. In an automobile accident, the types of injuries that we see vary from something as simple as a broken foot all the way up to death. And that would be considered a wrongful death claim. So there's just an extremely wide range of injuries that we see. Not every case is a case that will be economically feasible for us to get involved, but we still want to hear what happened. We will analyze your case, make sure to give you the best advice we can. At Runlet Law Firm, we don't just handle car wrecks. We don't just handle workers' compensation claims. We can handle any kind of negligence claim. And that may include motorcycle accidents. That may include accidents that involve 18-wheeler trucks, and we see those a lot. Any accident that happens on our roadways can be very serious, or it could be minor. But the chances of it being very serious are much greater when it involves an 18-wheeler truck and a small vehicle. It's just physics. So we see much more serious injuries when an 18-wheeler truck was involved. In an automobile accident, the insurance company's goal is to pay as little money as possible, and usually what they will do is they will come out of the gate denying the claim. That should be a red flag to you that maybe I should talk to an attorney. So if you come to us, we will immediately seek to gather evidence to support your claim and prove to that insurance adjuster that they need to start paying. The types of damages that you're able to get are payment for past medical bills, future medical bills that you may need, surgeries that you may need. Anything related to your medical treatment should be paid for by the insurance company. Anything that has affected your ability to earn wages, we should be able to collect for that. But in Mississippi, you are able to get damages that we call hedonic damages. I know that's a big word and I hate the big words, but it really means pain and suffering damages because pain is real. There's also a type of damages for loss of enjoyment of life. Let's say you love to go fishing every day or every weekend, and that's what you did, and that's what brings you joy. And the injury has made it so that you cannot do that anymore. You're entitled to some money to compensate you for that loss. There are some other types, but that's the main type of damages that we see and are able to collect in our car wreck cases. Unfortunately, sometimes there are situations where there's a car wreck where the at-fault driver that caused the wreck does not have insurance. It happens a lot in Mississippi, even though the law requires all drivers to have a minimum policy of $25,000. So the question then becomes, do you want to try to go after the person themselves and their personal assets? And most of the time, we don't want to do that. Because it's a person that probably made a mistake. Now, there may be exceptions to that. The person may not have any money. And if you go after them, the chances are, and you're successful, they're probably going to file for bankruptcy, and there won't be any collection, and there'll be lots of work and time and suffering just getting through this process to reach no result. So we do recommend that everybody have a policy that's called an uninsured motorist policy. It's just the smart thing to do. So if you're in that situation and there is no insurance on the at-fault driver's policy, or they don't have a policy, then you can seek recovery from your own uninsured motorist coverage. At Runlet Law Firm, we've been representing injured workers in auto wrecks, automobile crashes for over 20 years. We've tried thousands of cases, we've tried jury trials, we've tried bench trials. We have lots of experience in the courtroom and in dealing with insurance companies in these matters. Client communication is the most important aspect that needs to be had between an attorney and a client. Really in life, communication. Within our team, we always emphasize we've got to over-communicate to each other what's going on, and we do. And we also try to make that spill over to communications with our clients. We strive to always get back with people. We say 12 hours. Within 12 hours is our absolute goal. And we hope, and most of the time it's quicker than that. But there's got to be a response. If somebody has a question or concern, there's no question or concern that we would ever say we're just going to ignore you or we're not going to worry about that. We will always respond. If someone's hurt in the state of Mississippi, or if they have a legal issue that we might be able to help them with, it's always probably nerve-wracking for them to call the attorney the first time. We get that. So what we have is just a free strategy session where we can hear your story and what happened in your situation so that we can provide you with some guidance. Whether we take your case or we don't, we'll provide you with guidance. So it's really a low stress call. First you'll call in and you'll speak to our receptionist, and she will listen to a little bit about what's going on, and then after that she'll transfer you to the appropriate attorney to really get into the nuts and bolts of what's going on so we can help you best.